Welcome back to BattleLore 2nd Edition. It is time for the Uthuk turn 3. However, I do have a couple of corrections to make from last turn. We'll start with the biggest correction. I had the Flesh Rippers attacking the Citadel Guard here on the Uthuk's second turn, and the Citadel Guard was had no casualties at all. And I mistakenly used the heroic symbol here to use the Flesh Ripper special ability, Bloodthirsty. However, the sequence for combat states that the unit you are attacking, you have to commit your special dice before you remove casualties from, say, double swords icons. So what that meant was the Bloodthirsty ability of the Flesh Rippers, because there was 3 Citadel Guards still here, would not come into effect, and they would not lose an additional member from the unit because that triggers after, or triggers before the damage. Anyway, long story short, they would only have taken 1 damage, not the 2. And the other thing, I left a note, and on the last one, is these 2 units here, I had to do some reshooting because of some rules errors and things on the Decon turn 2. These 2 units are actually at full strength. Okay, I hope that clears up the issues. Oh, and there was one issue from the comment as well, and it had to do with counterattacks. When the unit is counterattacking, do you use the terrain hex of the counterattacking unit, or do you use the target hex of the counterattacked unit? And you actually treat a counterattack like a normal attack roll, combat roll. So you indeed do use the terrain hex that the target of the counterattack is sitting on. And there are special rules for counterattack. They can't advance, and they can't use pursue. Okay, I hope that's cleared everything up. So let's get to the Uthuk turn 3. And so now I am going to just readjust the camera a little bit, and we will get on to the command card step. Okay, so I'm going to be using as a command card for the Uthuk for turn 3, the line advance, and that means that I can order 1 on the left, 1 in the center, and 1 in the right. And I am also, because it is the order step, I am going to use this card, which is Unrelenting, and it says play during your order step. Order 1 Flesh Ripper Brutes unit in addition to the orders provided by your command card. Move that Flesh Ripper Brutes unit up to 1 additional hex and add 2 dice to each of its combat rolls. So I'm going to get to that after I readjust the camera. So for the one on the left, I'm actually going to activate the Demon unit, the big one, the Chaos Lord. And I'm also going to activate the Obscene unit, Elite unit right here. So now let me just readjust the camera, and I will do the last of the combat card, the right echelon, and then I will order for Unrelenting 1 of the Flesh Ripper Brutes. So just hang on as I readjust the camera. Okay, so over on this side, so I've done a left, a center, and now I can order a right unit. Because these Flesh Ripper Brutes are in the center and the right, I'm going to use them as a... I'm going to use these ones as a as the command card. And then for Unrelenting, I'm actually going to change my mind now. I am going to use the Unrelenting card here. And on the right side, I'm going to activate the Elites. Okay, so to recap, I have the Chaos Lord on the left, the Obscene in the center, this is the Unrelenting card, and this Obscene is in the right sector. Okay, got it all right now. So for movement step, first thing I'm going to use Unrelenting card, and I'm going to have the Flesh Ripper Brutes move. They can move 4 because they get 1 extra space for the Unrelenting card, and I'm going to have them go 1, 2, 3, 4, right over here across from the Golems who are sitting on a victory point marker. Then I'm going to move the Obscene. Now they can move only 1 space, but they have something called Craving, and if they are 1 space away from a unit they can attack, they get to move again. And so I'm going to have them move one more space. So now they are adjacent to the Citadel guards in the forest. They will be able to attack there. All right, let me readjust the camera for the movement of the other Obscene unit and the Chaos Lord. Okay, so I'm just going to move the Chaos Lord unit. He gets to move one space, and we can just quickly look at his card. Verify that he is one movement, and he has 4 attack dice, and he has a couple of special abilities. He's immovable, he has 6 life points. So he will be moving 1. I'm going to move him right here into the forest. He cannot move into city spaces or through city spaces. However, he can move into the forest. And I'm just going to remove his die because he will not be able to attack anybody. He's a melee unit adjacent, so he will not be able to do that. I'll just remove it. This Obscene unit, again, I explained before, for movement, if they can move, they're going to move one space. So I'm moving them onto the hill. The hill doesn't stop movement. That's one space. Are they one away from another unit? Yes, they are. So I'm going to have them move their craving ability one more space to here. All right. And now, let me just rearrange camera a little bit and we'll get into the combat phase. Okay, so let's have a look at the Obscene Elite unit, melee unit. And so we've used their craving ability to move them that extra space to get into melee range. And we have ferocity, but that's during the Con player's attack, so that will not happen this turn. All right, so let's take a look. They have 4 attack dice to attack these 2 Citadel guards sitting on the victory point marker. So let's see what we can get. And we have a double sword, an arrow, a ranged, which will do nothing, and we have 2 retreats. So we're just going to go in order. So they're going to do 1 damage to the Citadel guard, which takes out 1 unit, and we now have 2 retreat flags to deal with. And so the Citadel guards, just move the camera, well, we can see they have to retreat 1. They're in the forest, they have to retreat again, but when you get into a forest hex, you have to stop. Any more retreats will cause 1 damage. Now, I'm not quite sure because there is a Citadel Guard unit right behind them. I do believe they support them, even though they're in a forest and they cannot retreat anymore. Quick rules check, and I'll come back with the answer. Okay, so quickly checking the rules. Indeed, this Citadel Guard unit, because of the 2nd retreat, will not be eliminated because they are supported by the Citadel Guards behind them, so they are okay. And of course, the Obscene Elite unit is going to use Advance, so they're going to step right up onto that victory point marker, and that's good. So now we'll go to the other side of the board and resolve the other 2 combats. Okay, so the first combat I'm going to actually resolve is with the Flesh Ripper Brutes, so I will remove the die. And now, as per the Unrelenting card, they got to move 1 additional hex, which we did on the move turn, and now they get to roll 2 additional attack dice on each attack. So they have 3 attack dice, so they're going to be rolling 5 attack dice to attack, and we're going to have them attack the Ruin Golems, and there's no terrain there, so it's just going to be a full 5 dice. So let's see what the Flesh Ripper Brutes can do to the Golems. And wow, they didn't do a whole lot to the Golems. And again, per the ruling, you cannot use the crown symbol right now because of the order step. You must commit the dice now and then do the damage later. So this is not going to be useful for the Flesh Ripper Brutes. However, we do have a lore token we will be collecting, and we're going to do 1 damage to the Ruin Golems. And let's just take a quick look at the Ruin Golem card. I don't think they have any special abilities. They just have an immovable 1, which means had they been forced to retreat, they may ignore the first retreat. So they will in fact take the 1 damage. So one of the Ruin Golems is removed from the board, and that is That is it for our Flesh Ripper Brutes. I was hoping to drive the golems right off of here, but that's not going to happen. All right, now we're on to the Obscene Elite unit. Unfortunately for them, they are attacking into a Forest Hex, and so they can only roll a maximum of 2 dice. So they have 4 attack dice, but they're only allowed to use 2. And they get a heroic ability and a lore, and they do not have any heroic ability feats available for their character, so they're just going to get a lore token there. So that is it. And I also forgot, as I played the Unrelenting card, it cost 5 lore to play it. At the time I played the card, the Uthuk player has 6 lore tokens. I am now removing the 5 lore tokens to have played that card. I should have done that when I played the lore card. So that's going to bring the lore total for the Uthuk to 3. Okay, so that basically didn't do a whole lot. So we're going to have to back off here, and we're going to have to look for victory conditions and see how many points we can get. And I'm sorry, of course, I totally forgot the counterattack. So let's do the golems counterattacking the Flesh Ripper Brutes. And they do, wow, 2 damage and make the Flesh Ripper Brutes retreat 1. So there's going to be 2 damage, 1 retreat. And of course the counterattack for the Citadel Guard versus the Obscene, they also get 3 dice. And they're going to do 1 damage and 1 retreat. So the elite unit gets 1 damage and has to retreat directly back. All right, now it is time to count victory points. Sorry about that, missing the counterattacks. Something to watch for. Okay, let's count up the victory points for the Uthuk. Okay, so a quick tally of victory points. The Uthuk have 1, 2, 3. So they're going to be collecting 3 victory points this turn, and that will bring their victory point total up from 7 up to 10. And they're now sitting with 3 lore tokens. And now we need to do a command card draw, and they are going to draw Echelon Left, and it means order 2 units on the left, 1 unit on the center. And for the lore step, they are going to draw 1 lore card and take 1 lore token. So that gives them a total of 4, and the lore card they draw is Fury of Yulan, which is play after you declare the target of an attack, add 3 dice to the combat roll, and each single sword result during the combat roll may be committed to cause 1 damage. So that's it. All right, we're at the Uthuk player, turn 3, 10 victory points. The Dakan at 6. Join me next time when we have the Dakan take their 3rd turn. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the Dakan. All right, thanks for watching.